Do not see a future for us. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, sir.
In the most holy name of Allah, who came to us, the black man and the black woman here in the hills of North America, in the divine person of Master Farad Muhammad, the great Mahdi, and the one God to whom all holy praise is due forever, the Lord of all the worlds. We forever thank him for his coming and for his raising up in our midst a divine leader, a divine teacher, and a divine guide in the personage of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the last and the greatest messenger of Allah. So it is in their two great names that I would like to greet you. Once again, my beloved brothers and sisters, in the nation of Islam's greeting words of peace in the Arabic language, which is indeed the original language of the original black man. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. For those of you, and there should always be at least a few, who do not know what the words Assalamu alaikum mean, who do not know why that is the manner in which we greet you. Those of you who are unfamiliar with those words, don't know why we use those words. They simply mean, when they are translated out of the black man's language of Arabic into the white man's language of English, what your Bible tells you Jesus used as a way to greet his disciples. It means peace be unto you. Now stop right there. Just think over what you could have learned if you were willing to learn from just a few words that I have spoken so far.
Go ahead.
They were not exciting. They were not controversial. They were not titillating. They were simply words that are plain true. Were you paying attention? I said, or at first asked, those of you who are unfamiliar with those words, why do we use those words to greet you? I mentioned that Arabic is the black man's language. I mentioned to you that English is the white man's language. And then I mentioned to you that when you translate Assalamu alaikum from Arabic, which is the black man's language, into English, which is the white man's language, all they mean is what Jesus. I took you to your Jesus. What Jesus says in the Bible. Did you pick up on it? Or are you looking for something else? When you watch these videos on Sunday, you're going to learn something. Talk black to me. You're going to learn something that the white man does not want you to learn. You're going to learn something that the enemies of black liberation, who are black just like you, some of them are so ignorant and foolish and misguided by the very white man that they falsely claim to be liberation fighters against. They're so misguided. They don't want you to know what I just told you. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. English is not your language, but English has been the only language for the overwhelming majority of us that we have known and spoken for so many centuries that without even thinking about it, we identify with that language as our own. It's not our language. Listen to me, feel me, follow me in what I'm saying. English is not our language. Look at the word English. Where does it come from? England. Are you from England?
As you were, sir.
Some of you brothers and or sisters who are migrants, quote unquote, from London, and you are black, and you are here in the United States, you say, yes, I am from England. If you're black and you're in England, you're not from England. Talk black to me. You are not English. You are not European. You are quote unquote African. Why did I put African in quotes? Because another truth that the white man does not want you to know is that Africa is not a name that we gave to that continent, but it is a name given to that continent by the very devils themselves to separate us, to make us have a separate attitude from black people all over this earth who are not quote unquote natives of that particular continent. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Black is universal. Black is not just African. Black is universal. You have people, you have family, you have brothers and sisters all over the planet Earth that are your own. Don't let the white man call you African and you think that those are the only people that we have. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
The white man wants us to think that the only people that are our people are the people who live on that continent. And then he wants us to think that they're all savages, that they are an inferior people, that they are a backward people, so that you will think that now that you are no longer among them, but you are here among white people, that it's a blessing. So that you won't think two things. One, you won't believe that your presence here is a crime against humanity. And two, you won't believe that separation, independence, and a nation of your own is the course that you should be traveling on. These are the two goals that the white man achieves by calling you an African. You don't want to be associated with your people anywhere else. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You don't think you have friends and family anywhere but Africa, and you don't really care about them, nor do you seek any help or brotherhood with them, because they're backward and savage and cannot help you against your enemy here in America. These are the two goals that the white man seeks to achieve, and we fall for it. We fall for it. No, black is universal. Anywhere that you go on this earth where there are non-white people, those are your people. They don't have to be African, quote unquote. They don't have to have kinky hair. They don't have to have broad noses. They don't have to have thick lips. As long as they are not white folk, they are your people. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. The white man engages in the making of false friendship with the Chinese.
Okay.
But you don't seek to make friends with the Chinese. The white man makes false friendship with the Japanese.
That's right.
But you don't make friendship with the Japanese. The white man makes false friendship with the non-white peoples all over the face of the planet Earth, but you seek to make no friends anywhere on the face of the planet Earth, because you think the only people that you have are the people in the continent the white man calls Africa, and that they can be of no use to you, because the white man has fooled you into believing that they are a backward people. They are a savage people. They are an inferior people.
Come on.
And that without the white man's Western civilization, with its Judeo-Christian heritage, Africa would be nothing at all. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. We're going to make like it's Ramadan early today.
Come on. Come on.
And we're going to get us some of this ice cold water.
Absolutely.
Alhamdulillah. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I'm still on Assalamu alaikum,
Keep going.
as usual.
Yes, sir. That was a few.
English is not your language. You must stop identifying with the language of English as your own. You who are in England are not English if you are black.
Go ahead.
You who are in America and you came here from England, you're not English if you are black.
Go ahead.
We who were kidnapped from the west coast of Africa by the English, the white English, and brought to these shores of North America to be made the slaves of the 13 colonies of the British Empire, England.
Go ahead.
The 13 colonies of the King of England.
Yes, sir.
We are not English,
Teach.
and their language is not ours.
Teach.
The white man's culture is not yours. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pizza is not yours. Spaghetti and meatballs are not yours. Talk black to me.
Go ahead.
Hot dogs, hamburgers, French fries are not yours.
Teach.
Are you listening to me?
Teach. Oh, man.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Baseball, apple pie, and Chevrolet are not yours.
That's right. Teach.
The white man's culture is the white man's culture.
Go ahead.
It is not your culture. And you know it's not your culture. You know that you are identifying with the culture of white people because you believe the culture of African people is inferior, backward, and savage.
Come on.
You don't want to be yourself. Talk black to me. You don't want your hair to be the color that your hair is. You want that color of your hair to be the color that the white woman's hair is, that the white man's hair is. Talk black to me. You don't want to look like yourself. You don't want to sound like yourself. You don't want to live like yourself. You don't want to live among others like yourself. Talk black to me. And so we greet you by saying to you, Assalamu alaikum, in the language that does belong to you.
Go ahead.
It's our first introduction to you of that language, that God, that religion, that culture, and ultimately that people and that land that belong to you.
Go ahead.
Are you listening to me?
Come on.
We can't give it to you all at one time, so we start with something small like Assalamu alaikum.
Come on.
And then in hopes of hooking you, because the white man hooked you with Jesus,
Come on.
in hopes of hooking you. What you mean the white man hooked me with Jesus?
Teach.
The white man got you hooked on baseball, apple pie, and Chevrolet with Jesus.
That's right.
White man got you hooked on hot dogs, hamburgers, and French fries with Jesus.
Go ahead.
White man got you hooked on pizza, spaghetti, and meatballs with Jesus. Talk black to me.
Man.
White man got you hooked on blonde hair, red hair, and all other kinds of hair with Jesus.
That's right.
White man got you hooked on tattoos. White man got you hooked on Black and Miles. White man got you hooked on Grey Goose, Absolute, and damn Crown Royal with Jesus.
Come on.
White man got you hooked on everything you hooked on, and he used Jesus as the bait on the hook. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
White man got you hooked on Atlanta with Jesus. White man got you hooked on Chicago, LA, and New York with Jesus.
Teach.
White man got you hooked on America with Jesus. Talk black to me. White man got you hooked on Newports with Jesus. Some of you damn fools are smoking Camels. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. White man got you hooked on weed with Jesus.
That's right.
White man got you hooked on coke with Jesus. White man got you hooked on heroin with Jesus. White man got you hooked on every other drug out here, meth, you name it, fentanyl. He got you hooked on everything with Jesus. Y'all ain't listening.
Come on.
And if you's a hook nigga with Jesus, you think that that's that Muslim stuff I'm up here spouting. That it's not really Jesus that the white man used to get you hooked on tobacco, alcohol, and drugs. The hell it's not. You just don't think deeply. You think right here on the surface. You don't think beneath the surface.
Right.
Talk black to me. Once the white man gets you hooked on America as your nation, once the white man gets you hooked on American as your culture, all the other negative things come along with it. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir. All the negative things.
All the negative things that are associated with white culture come with the acceptance and identification with white culture. And the reason you think white culture is good culture in spite of the alcohol, the tobacco, the drugs, the prostitution, the violence, you name it, is because the white man got Jesus attached to his culture.
Go ahead. That's right.
So Jesus makes it all worthwhile.
Teach on that. That's right. Yes, sir. Teach on it.
So some of you Negroes, niggas, colored boys and girls, you think that if you just hold on to Jesus and don't get involved in the negativity, then it's all worthwhile. Talk black to me. Others of you are happy as HE17Ls to be involved in the negativity. Talk black to me. And every bit of that negativity is made possible by the false worship of Jesus.
Go ahead.
Y'all ain't listening to me. Why are are you able to buy tobacco,
Yes, sir.
marijuana, alcohol? Why are you able to buy these addictive drugs that destroy lives? Why are you able to buy it?
Church.
Brother Javon said church.
Come on.
Christians are like, no, that's that Muslim stuff. No, it's the church. Every law that is passed with this Bible. You act like the Bible is only used in church.
Right.
Talk back to me. This Bible is the book that your government is based on.
Go ahead.
They're not listening, brother.
Take the whole part.
This Bible, this book, and this flag are inseparable.
Go ahead. Teach.
In order for this government to function, the members of that government have to be what? Sworn in to office. You don't just take office and start passing laws. You don't just take office and start governing. You have to swear. Listen to me. You have to swear an oath in the name of the white man's God in order to take office.
Yes, sir.
You got to put your right hand on the white man's Bible, stick your left hand up in the air, and swear an oath to the white man's God in order to govern in the white man's country.
That's right.
Are you listening to me? So every elected and appointed official swears an oath in order to exercise the functions of their particular position. That's the Bible. Are you listening to me? Yet the white man falsely claims that his government is a government that is a state separate from the church. Well, then why don't you swear on the state's book?
Go ahead.
What the hell you swearing on the church's book for?
Teach.
You swearing on the church's book because you know that most of us are too stupid to connect those dots. You know that most of us, if you tell us your government is a church, separation of church and state, that this is what your government is founded upon. You know that we'll accept that because you said that. We're not going to look at the damn facts. You know this. But you bring your book from your church to the halls of your government, and you swear an oath to your God of your church in the halls of your government in order to pass the laws that allow the sale of alcohol, tobacco, and drugs that are destroying the lives even of your own people. Talk black to me. You mint currency, or you mint coins, and you print currency. And on the currency it says, "In God we trust." What you mean in God you trust? What God do you trust in? You don't trust in Allah.
Go ahead.
You don't trust in any God of any other religion. You trust in the God of your own religion. Are you listening to me?
Teach on it.
So where is the separation of church and state? It ain't on the dollar. Talk black to me. It's not on the currency. It's not in the halls of your government. Where is this so-called separation? You got Christian evangelicals that represent a voting bloc so powerful that they can change the course, and often do change the course of national elections. Talk black to me. When we tell you as Muslims that Christianity is a false religion, that Christianity is the devil's religion, that Christianity is a damnable religion, that there is no salvation in that religion, you say that's Muslim stuff. But look at all of the wickedness and the evil that can be associated legitimately with that religion. Mm-hmm.
Teach, brother, teach.
Prostitution is made legal.
Go ahead.
With the book that comes from the church that preaches your religion.
Go ahead.
Sport and play is made legal. Gambling.
That's something.
Destroying hundreds and thousands, if not millions of lives. Gambling. And all of the evil that goes along with sport and play. All made possible by laws passed by officials of your government that have to swear an oath to your God on the book from your church in order to make it possible. Talk black to me. No, Christianity does not offer salvation. Christianity doesn't even offer salvation to white people. How is Christianity going to offer salvation to the 40 to 60 million black victims of white people in the hells of North America? How can it? When has it? You're crazy. You've been black Christians for 100 and some odd years.
Yes, sir.
Some of you have been black Christians the whole 400 years. A small minority, the free blacks, were able to practice Christianity.
Right.
At the time of the Civil War, there were 4.5 million enslaved blacks.
Right.
There was 1/2 of 1 million free blacks, making 5 million altogether.
Okay.
Some people's numbers may be different.
Right.
Don't bother me with that foolishness.
Right.
The devil is in the details.
Mm.
You had 500,000 free blacks.
Right.
They were able to practice Christianity. And you had 4.5 million blacks that were enslaved blacks. Okay? So the majority of us, we were not allowed in the church until the abolition of slavery.
Right.
The offer of Christianity was made to civilize us. Y'all ain't listening. A people are not civilized without some form of spirituality.
Go ahead.
It's not just education.
Go ahead.
It's not just technical know-how.
Wow.
But it's some form of spirituality. So the free slaves had to be taught reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Right. 3 R's.
Not arithmetic, arithmetic.
3 R's.
We had to be taught the 3 R's. Reading, writing, and arithmetic in order to function in an advanced society, a civilized society. But what about your lifestyle? What about your behavior? You also have to be given some form of spirituality. You all right?
Yes, sir. Very well put.
You have to be taught morals. You have to be taught values. You have to be taught principles. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
All of this makes you a well-rounded well-rounded, civilized individual. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
But for 300 years, the white man denied us, those of us who were enslaved black people. He denied us the ability to read his Bible. He denied us the ability to read his textbooks. You were not allowed to be educated. You were not allowed to be given spiritual guidance. Talk black to me. You were regarded as less than human. And so you didn't need to be taught Jesus.
Right.
You didn't need to be taught Christianity.
Right.
You didn't need to be taught reading, writing, or arithmetic, because in the white man's eyes, you were just a horse. You were just a cow.
Go ahead.
You were chattel. Chattel. You were just property. You were only here to do the work for the white man that he didn't want to do for himself. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So some of you have been Christians a little over 100 years, a little over 150 years. Talk black to me. A few of you have been Christians a little over 400 years.
Right.
And when has it ever benefited you? During the course of the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln invited black leaders to the White House to discuss the black-white problem in America. Do you think he invited slaves?
As you were. As you were, sir.
The black leaders that Abraham Lincoln invited to the White House were the black leaders of free black people, non-enslaved blacks. They were the representatives of the 500,000 that were not enslaved. Are you listening to me? There was a sort of association, but not real. There was a sort of association of their leadership with the enslaved population as well. They spoke out against slavery. They advocated on behalf of slaves, but they were not the leaders of the slaves. Slaves have no leaders.
Wow.
Are you listening to me?
Loud and clear, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. They were the leaders of the free blacks. In other words, they were the leaders of the black people that were doing better than the masses of black people. The masses of black people were in chains and shackles.
Come on.
The masses of black people were eating soul food. But the classes of black people were eating white food. Y'all ain't listening?
Wow.
The classes of black people ate good food, but the masses of black people ate slop food that you call soul food. They ate the pig's feet. They ate the pig's tail.
Come on.
They ate the pig's head, his brains. They ate the pig's nose. They ate the pig guts. Talk black to me. They didn't eat high up on the hog. The white man and perhaps his free black worshipers, they ate high up on the hog. What you mean high? The hog's ham. That means the hog's shoulder, the upper parts of the hog. Are y'all listening to me? You ate the bottom of the hog, the belly.
And below.
You ate the feet, the tail, the nose. From the rooty to the tootie, you ate that pig. You ate the guts. You ate the parts of the pig man didn't want to eat.
Mm.
You ate the parts of the pig that the white man considered scraps.
Mm.
Talk black to me. Y'all all right?
Go
Yes,
ahead,
sir.
man. Mm.
When you ate any chicken, you ate the parts that the white man considered scraps.
Yes.
The chicken
Right.
feet,
Yeah.
the chicken gizzards,
Right.
the chicken livers.
Mm.
Talk black to me. The chicken backs, the chicken necks.
Mm.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Busting it up, brother.
I can remember growing up eating chicken backs.
All right. That's right.
It take you 45 minutes to get 2 or 3 pieces of meat off the back of a damn chicken.
It does. Yes, sir, brother. All that meat, yeah. Mm.
Oh, man.
You sitting there spending an hour trying to get some meat off a chicken neck.
Oh,
Mm.
man.
Talk black to me.
Mm.
Negroes, niggas, and colored folk love chicken gizzards to this day.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Y'all all right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Mm.
You ate the scrap meat that the white man didn't want to eat. That the white man was too good to eat. That's what you ate.
Oh, yeah. Pig. Pig.
Mm.
You ate weeds.
Right.
Turnips.
Turnips.
It wasn't going to do no good to smoke them, so you ate them.
Go ahead.
And you eating them damn weeds today.
Wow.
Collard greens.
Kale.
Negroes love collard greens.
Right.
A collard green can't pop up out the damn ground without a Negro reaching to pull it up out the ground.
Go ahead.
Uh,
Go ahead.
well.
See.
It takes 7,926 days to clean collard green. Talk black to me. Big Mama got them collard greens in the sink,
Let not tell.
and the sink is turning all kinds of colors, and you gonna eat that mess.
Mm.
Talk black to me.
Mm.
It takes 7,925 hours to cook collard greens.
Very good.
If you don't cook them just right,
Yep.
it's a big problem. Right or wrong?
Yep. Taste nice.
Turnip greens,
Mm.
mustard greens,
Go ahead.
Kale.
huh?
Don't forget that kale, brother. Mm.
Eating weeds,
Mm.
black-eyed peas,
Oh. Yeah.
neck bones.
Oh.
Talk black to me. Neck bones, collard greens, black-eyed peas, huh? Cornbread.
Gee.
Y'all ain't listening to me. Cornbread.
Cornbread.
Tan up the lining of your stomach.
Mm.
Made from cornmeal that's no good for your stomach to be trying to digest. Negroes love cornbread.
Mm.
Animal food.
Huh? This is slop.
Mm.
But we eating it still to this day. Spare ribs,
Mm.
rib tips,
Right.
pulled pork.
Go ahead.
Mm.
You ought to quit. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. The point that I'm trying to make is you had the masses of black people and you had the classes of black people.
Go ahead.
Mm.
The classes of black people were free. The masses of black people were enslaved.
See.
Talk black to me.
Mm.
You had house Negroes
Go ahead.
or house niggas
Mm.
that were a step below free niggas.
Go ahead.
Mm.
But in the white man's eyes, every one of us was just another nigga.
That's right.
Talk black to me.
Right.
The house nigga ate better food, Malcolm said.
He did. That's right.
The house nigga wore better clothes, Malcolm said.
That's right.
Talk black to me.
Mm.
The house nigga enjoyed a little more freedom, Malcolm said.
Look.
And the system of enslavement bears witness to what Malcolm said.
Mm-hmm.
Are you listening to me?
Yeah, to today. That's right. Mm.
So those that Abraham Lincoln invited to the White House, he invited Negroes like Benjamin Crump to the White House. Abraham Lincoln invited Negroes like Al Sharpton to the White House. Y'all ain't listening to me. Abraham Lincoln invited the type of Negroes, niggas, colored boys, and girls like the ones you see on the white man's TV when Sandra or Sonia Massey is shot down like a damn dog in a own apartment.
Come on, brother minister. Spirit.
You don't see the leadership from the masses
No, sir.
being put all in front of the white man's camera.
Come on.
You don't see the mass leadership of black people. You see the class leadership of black people. Talk black to me. And so when Abraham Lincoln invited black leaders to the White House, there was a point I was driving at. Only a few people will get it, because if I don't make the point in that long, you get disinterested. Are you listening to me? Abraham Lincoln said, this is the point. Abraham Lincoln said to the black leaders that he invited to the White House that his solution, that solution that he felt was best to solve the black-white conflict that had America divided and fighting a war, a costly, bloody war. White Americans killing white Americans by the tens of thousands, perhaps even the hundreds of thousands, destroying their nation. Abraham Lincoln said of the black-white problem that caused this war, he said the best solution was for blacks in America to be separated from America and to form their own country.
Go ahead.
Y'all ain't listening to me.
See.
And one of the lines of reasoning that he gave these black leaders who wore good clothes, ate good food, lived in better housing than the masses of the people that Abraham Lincoln called them to represent. They had it good compared to the slave, but only compared to the slave. They didn't have it good compared to the master of the slave. And so Abraham Lincoln said to them, listen, even those of you who are free, you are just one step above slavery.
Damn.
Now I'm going to just stand here and look at Batman for a minute.
Damn. I don't even, man, smack him. Smack him in the
Abraham Lincoln gave the Al Sharptons, the Ben Crumps, the Mark Morials. Abraham Lincoln gave the Andre Dickenses. Abraham Lincoln gave the Keisha Lance Bottomses. Abraham Lincoln gave the Julian Bonds. Abraham Lincoln gave the Negro, the nigger, the colored boy and girl who thought they were doing good in America a reality check. You ain't but one step above slave. Therefore, I propose to you that you have no bright future in America, that you separate and form your own country. Are you listening to me?
loud and clear, sir.
The same man that said that he wanted to emancipate the slaves only as a war measure, though. What do you mean only as a war measure? The South, the Confederacy, is using slavery to beat up on us in the war between them and us. I need to declare the emancipation of slaves in order to thwart the war effort of the South. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
The same man who proclaimed the slaves of the Confederacy, he didn't proclaim any of the slaves of the Union free. Now, I'm going to just stand here and look at Batman for another second.
Come on.
Go ahead, man. That's hard. Brother.
Because you didn't hear what I just said.
That's hard, brother.
Come on.
Abraham Lincoln did not proclaim any of the slaves of the Union emancipated. Hello?
See.
The states of the Union that remained loyal to the Union, that had slaves, the Emancipation Proclamation did not apply to those states. The Emancipation Proclamation only applied to the states that were in rebellion against the Union. Because those slaves were the only slaves that were being used to hurt the Union. Are you listening to me? All right. So the same man that so-called freed the slaves, he only proclaimed the freedom of the slaves that he couldn't free. He had no jurisdiction over them. So the Emancipation Proclamation did not free one single slave. Not one slave the day after Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation was able to leave the plantation of their master where they were a slave. Not one. Because in the Confederacy, they refused to recognize Abraham Lincoln's government.
Right. War. Yeah.
And in the states that remained loyal to the Union, there was no proclamation of the emancipation of those slaves, so they couldn't go anywhere either. Are you listening to me? Those states were loyal. What am I going to mess with your slaves for? You're not using your slaves against me. Right. You're loyal to me. Do you?
I do me.
Y'all all right?
Right.
Yes, sir.
But those of you who are rebelling against me and you are using slave labor to help your war effort against me, I'm going to proclaim your slaves to be free. Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
This is going to encourage your slaves if they are able to run off your plantation and seek refuge in territories that are controlled by the Union. Talk black to me.
Prisoners.
Wherever there is a Union army, anywhere close enough, if you can escape into an area where they are in control, you're free. But if you can't, so be it. Because the Confederacy where you live does not recognize my government, and I haven't conquered their territory yet. So that I can enforce my law or my measure. Are you listening? That's why you have Juneteenth. Because up until the 19th of June in 1865, there was still some slaves. The war was over. Talk black to me.
Right.
If it wasn't totally and completely over, it was over.
Right.
The war was as much over then, the Civil War was as much over on June the 18th, 1865, as the war in Ukraine is over now. It's over. They're still fighting, but it's over. It just has hasn't been formalized yet. Y'all all right? All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Oh, yeah.
But until Union soldiers went wherever the hell it was in Texas and took control,
Right.
those slaves still were in a condition of slavery.
Mm.
Y'all all right?
Mm.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Mm.
We as black people are so silly and so in love with white people, we think that a pronouncement of the white man, a declaration of the white man gonna change our lives. When one white man makes a declaration that's supposed to improve our lives, 10 other white men say, and throw that middle finger up and be like, yeah, right, whatever. Talk black to me. And until and unless you can bring force against the 10 white folks that throw up both middle fingers, no matter what one white folks say about improving your life, it don't mean nothing.
Go ahead.
Are you listening to me? All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You get all excited and in love with the white man's words. But what about the deeds that have to make the words live? A reality. You care nothing about the white man's words. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
The white man said slavery is illegal. Other white men said, yeah, whatever. And slavery remained until the white man that said it wasn't legal was able to bring enough force on the white man that said, I don't give a damn, to actually bring about the freedom of their slaves. Y'all all right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So Abraham Lincoln is telling the best and the brightest of the black population in America. Why is this little nigga up there folding his arms and looking at the floor? Because I'm giving you a chance to digest what I said. First of all, I'm black like you. So you don't want to listen to me anyway. Second of all, I am Eric Muhammad. And I done pissed off enough people to make people don't want to listen to me anyway. Third of all, I'm on that Muslim stuff. And you're not with that Muslim stuff. Y'all listen.
Yes, sir.
So I gotta, give you a chance to really listen to what I'm saying. Abraham Lincoln called the best and the brightest of the black population in America. He did not call the ones of us. He didn't invite the ones of us that were doing the worst in America. He invited the segment of the black population that was doing the best in America. They made the most money. They had the most education. Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
They had the highest morals, values, principles. They lived the most advanced and civilized life of all of us. This was the so-called cream of the crop of the black population in America, and Abraham Lincoln looked them right in their face and said, you ain't but one step up from a slave yourself. Are you listening to me? How many of you saw the movie 12 Years a Slave? Raise your hand.
Yes, sir.
You know why I put mine down? Because I haven't seen it to this day. Don't give a crap about it. I don't give a damn about the stupid movies white folks make. Or their silly Negroes.
Right.
Movies that are designed to make us feel thankful that we are where we are today in 2024. Because look the way it was back then. Okay, Cracker. If history be our guide, and you want us to look back to how bad it was during slavery, to give context to how we're doing today, why don't we look a little further back, white folks? What about looking beyond the Mayflower? Talk black to me. Why don't we look back past the beginning of the transatlantic slave trade? Why don't we go another 50 to 100 years beyond that? Talk black to me, white folks.
Okay.
See, you don't want us to look back that far because you don't want the picture of what we were like then to give context to what we're like now. Hello, white folks. Hello.
Right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. See, because if you go back that far, we're Muslims. We're greeting each other by saying Assalamu alaikum. We're worshiping Allah. We're practicing Islam. Not only do we have our own language of Arabic, but we have our own culture that is, quote, African Islamic, quote unquote. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
A quote unquote African but Islamic culture. Y'all listening?
Yes, sir.
Dr. Clark, for you bootleg African Negroes. Dr. Clark, for you bootleg Kemet Negroes. Dr. Clark talked about the way we, the so-called African, saw Islam and the way we internalized it and practiced it different from the Arab. Y'all ain't listening? You always want to Arabize us. But your own Dr. Clark said we didn't have an Arabized version of Islam. We had an African version. Talk black to me. And if you read the description of Ibn Battuta in his travels throughout the Muslim world, he said some negative things, but he heaped high praise on the practice of Islam that was uniquely ours. Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
We had a separate and a distinct, quote unquote, African Islamic culture. We were kings. We were queens. We were high officials. We were very wealthy, very educated, very civilized. In fact, if you look back and black to that time, our level of civilization was very often equal and even sometimes higher than the level of civilization of those white folks in Europe.
That's right. Go ahead.
Now I gotta look at you again. Why don't white people want us to look back to the days when white folk from Spain, white folk from Portugal, white folk from France, white folk from England, and various other countries literally left Europe to come to North Africa to study in the universities of black African Muslims. Talk black to me, white people. Talk black to me, Negro lovers and worshipers of white people. The European Renaissance was made possible by broad-nosed, thick-lipped, kinky-headed, so-called African Muslims in North Africa that you knuckleheads, see, I'm trying to be nice today. Every now and then I try to, behave a little better
Right. Every now.
than most times.
Right.
You ain't gonna let me stay that way. You gonna piss me off, and I'm gonna snap and do all the stuff you hate. Trust that and believe it. But see, I'm trying to behave today. Listen, you black enemies of Islam, who are nothing but the stooges of your white master. You are nothing but the puppets on the white man's strings, fighting a battle against Islam on behalf of the natural-born enemies of Islam, the white race.
Go ahead.
You want to make North Africa Arab, but North Africa was African. Talk black to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
One of the most principal, one of the most important universities in the entire world was in North Africa, in the city of Fez. Y'all all right? There's an educational institution called the Buenania. The Buenania, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Hell, I've been 400 years with this white man's tongue.
Come on.
You know what the name Buenania comes from? It comes from the name Abu Inan. Do you know what Abu Inan means? Abu means father. Inan is the name of the son of Abu. So Abu Inan means father of Inan. So the name of this educational institution is Bu Inanya, from Abu Inan. Talk black to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the king of, what was that? Where's Fez? Tunisia?
I'm not.
Or I think it's Tunisia. Look it up. But Fez is one of the North African countries. It's a principal city in one of the North African countries. And the king of that particular country was a black African king. Whatever his name was, I think his name was Hassan, but I'm not sure. But he was a black African king of that particular area of North Africa. He was a Moor. He was a Marinid Sultan. In fact, the name that he was given, now this is North Africa, the name that he was given was the Black Sultan. Talk black to me. And his son was named Inan. I'm only highlighting this.
Northern Morocco?
Morocco,
Yeah.
my bad. Fez, Morocco.
Yep.
I'm getting old and senile.
Nah, go ahead. I see now.
So here it is, Morocco. When you think of Morocco today, you ain't thinking of no black Africans.
Right,
You
right.
thinking of light, bright, and damn near white Arabs.
Right.
But this was a black African Moroccan king with a black African Moroccan son, and the university institution there in Fez named after him. He was called, brother, the Black Sultan.
Oh, I heard it before. I heard it Black Sultan. Not knowing it was him.
Now, this university in Fez, Morocco, North Africa, was one of the most principal universities in the entire world. Europeans
Came there.
studied at the foot of the great scholars of this university. Talk black to me.
Go ahead, man.
Without the university there in Fez, Morocco, North Africa, established, ruled by black Africans. Without that university, there would have been no Renaissance in Europe. Talk black to me. Why you don't want us to look back to that? Why don't you want us to look back to the Ghana Empire, the Mali Empire, the Songhai Empire? Talk black to me. Why you don't want us to look black to the Fulani Empire? Y'all ain't listening to me. Why you don't want us to look black to the Sokoto Caliphate? Why you don't want us to look black to that? You only want us to look back far enough to when we were a slave doing horrible under your wicked white rule. But you don't want us to look back to when we was up above you. Because then we'll look at ourselves now and be like, okay, we got good jobs, we making good money, we live in good homes, and we doing pretty good materially, but this is a damn shame. We are long ways away from the wealth, the education, the power, and the influence that we once had in the world.
Come on, man.
You don't want us to go back to that. You just want us to be grateful we're not back to that slave part. Talk black to me.
Technology.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You don't want us to look far enough back to when we were the rulers of the entire planet and you were savages, barbarians, when you were living in the caves of West Asia, as you now call it, Europe. You don't want us to look back to a time when the savages of the earth were you, white folks, and the civilized, wealthy, educated, and powerful people were black people in Africa. You don't want us to look back that far. And many of us are too doggone silly to look back that far. You only look as far back as the white man telling you to look. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
And some of you are so Jesusified, you look. And even when you see how high our civilizations were, during times when the white man was a savage or semi-savage and barbarian in Europe. You know why? Because we didn't have Jesus back then.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You think black life didn't begin until Jesus. You just as crazy as HE17Ls. You don't know nothing about the black culture, the high and the advanced black civilization that produced Jesus. Because the white man does not have access
Higher wisdom, right?
to the high culture of black people of Arabia, the very, very high and advanced black culture of the ancient black Arab, because the white man does not have textbooks anywhere in any of his institutions to teach you Afrocentrics and Chemetics of the high, the very high, the superior, advanced black culture of the ancient black Arab. You think it's a religious fairy tale when we teach you of it. You got to get that from the white man.
Go ahead.
When you get it from us, it's a fairy tale. You only recognize black history that's taught by white crackers.
Right.
If the white man don't teach it, it ain't real history.
Go ahead.
It's pseudo history.
Right.
It's religious fairy tales. A black man can't even tell another black man the history of the black man without another black man telling him that if I can't find that with the white man, what you saying ain't right.
Go ahead, man. Come on.
Talk black to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
So here you come with your doctorate degrees in African studies.
Come on.
Here you come with your whatever degrees in African studies, arguing with the Nation of Islam,
Come on.
with your black puppet on a white string self, arguing with us, telling us that what we are teaching is not historical.
Come on.
You crazy. It is historical.
Yes, sir.
It's even written. It's hidden in plain sight. It is even written and before your eyes. But it's hidden.
Right.
But it's in writing.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Well, how you gonna tell me it's hidden, but it's in writing? The white man has to give you enough truth for you to decide to join the Nation of Islam. Y'all ain't listening to me.
Come on. Teach.
The white man has to. Don't care whether he wants to or not.
Right.
The white man has absolutely no choice whatsoever than to provide you with written words
Yes, sir.
that will give you the ability to make the decision that you need to be in the Nation of Islam. He has to do that.
Come on.
So that if you don't, you will be responsible
Right.
for having made that decision and not him.
Right.
Talk black to me.
Come on.
But the white man has a deal with Allah, our God,
Go ahead.
that he is allowed to do it in a tricky, in a deceptive way.
Come on.
He is allowed to fool you if he can. But in fooling you, he has to give you just enough for you to not be fooled.
Right.
Are you listening to
Come
me?
on. Teach.
This is what is meant in this Quran when it says, when you receive your chastisement and then blame the white man, the devil will say, I'm not responsible. All I did was call you
Right.
and you came.
Come on. Teach. Teach.
That's what's meant in the Quran when Allah tells the devil, go ahead, come at them from before them,
Right.
come at them from behind them, come at them from their right, come at them from their left. Make as many of them as you can ungrateful. Ungrateful for what?
Come on. Teach.
Ungrateful for the mercy of Allah in the form of a messenger raised up in the midst of them, reciting to them pure pages,
Your pay.
Go ahead.
clear evidence.
Go
Teach.
Are you listening to me?
Teach.
Teach.
Make them ungrateful for that. And then Allah says, you're going to get all of them except my
Unique.
purified one.
Go ahead.
Come on.
You only going to get the ones that are not my purified one.
Right. Come on.
Talk black to me. And he said to the devil, of those that follow you, I will fill hell with you all.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me.
Mm.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
What is the hell that I'm going to fill with you all? The slaughter of nations.
Mm.
That's the hell that I'm going to fill up with you, the devils, and those of my people that follow you. But my servant Separation. I'm going to separate them from you for the purpose of destroying you and saving them. Are you listening to me? All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Separation
Yeah.
Come on.
and the slaughter of nations.
Go ahead. Teach.
I'm going to separate those that follow my message. I'm going to save them. I'm going to deliver them.
Come on.
And I'm going to leave in the midst of you a Bible and a Quran with the history of how our God always save and deliver prophets, messengers, and their people.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to save a people in the last days in the same way I have saved previous people in previous days.
That's right.
And I'm going to fill hell with all that don't follow the messenger through whom I offer salvation.
Come on.
Are y'all listening to me this afternoon?
Yes,
Sir,
Break it down, sir. Keep going. Teach Elijah.
this is another one of those, I don't know where this is coming from.
Time, brother. It's that time.
I haven't eaten in 3 days.
Take your time,
There
sir.
you go.
Got a lot of things on the brain.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of reasons why I expected not to have no energy and spirit to come like this today.
Wow. Lord's God.
And this is just one day that I told you I felt this way.
Right.
A lot of days are like that. I'll be like, where the hell did that come from?
Right.
Teach.
There's so many times I've come to this microphone and my spirit was gone. But once I start teaching, it's on and pop.
Yeah.
Because the message of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad got life in it.
Life giver.
It got light in it. It got power in it.
Come on.
It'll take a dead nigga at the mic and raise him back to life.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
All praise is due to Allah
Yes,
for the most
sir.
honorable Elijah Muhammad. Negroes will kill your spirit, brother.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead.
Once you see enough pants sagging, once you see enough chicken heads with dreads, with blonde tips in them, sticking up in the doggone hair, talk black to me. Once you smell enough weed,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
once you see enough mentally deficient black brothers and sisters walking up the street,
Man, come on, right?
talking
On the
to
way here.
themselves and
On the way here. That's right. That's right.
going crazy.
That's right.
On the way here. Yep.
And you just look and you say, look at what this white man has done to our people.
Come on.
It start working on your spirit.
That's right.
Damn.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. That's that.
Mm.
Come on. How that's working and all that.
The hell. Oh, that's another thing. Why you have to mention that? Why in the hell? Not hell, hell.
Hell.
Did he have to mention that? H-A-I-L.
Wow.
Once you see enough black women,
Come on.
now this woman is the mother of civilization.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You take when we say that as just, that's just that Muslim stuff.
Nah. That's
Okay.
reality.
Do me a favor. If there are any doctorates in history, whether it's world history, African history, whatever, please tell me, what have you learned about the history of this world that denies that the black woman
Right.
is the mother
Yes.
of civilization? What do you have
Come on.
Nothing.
to argue with that?
Come on.
That ain't Muslim stuff.
Right.
That's just the facts.
Facts.
The black woman is the mother of civilization.
Actual facts.
Civilization got a mama.
Come on.
Mm.
That's black.
Astrophysics got a mother.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Nuclear physics got a mother.
Mm.
Microbiology got a mama.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Quantum physics got a mama.
Come on.
Algorithms got a mama for you YouTube.
Come on.
Not the algorithm.
High mathematics has a mama.
See?
High science has a mama.
Mm.
Architecture, engineering got a mama.
Mama, go
Civilization has a mother, and the black woman is the mother of civilization. All praise is due to Allah, for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Teach. Go ahead. That's right.
The fathers of civilization were born from the wombs of black women.
Come
That's
on.
a fact.
Teach. Teach.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. But look at this woman today.
Come on.
Reduced.
With tattoos all over her body.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Tattoos on her butt cheeks.
Come on.
Tattoos on her damn thighs.
On the breast.
Tattoos on her calves.
On the breast.
Tattoos on her breasts and her stomach. Tattoos on her backs down her damn arms.
On my face.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
The black woman is 90% tat, 10% woman.
Oh, damn.
And she got all those tats and she half butt naked. I'm being nice to say half.
Right.
She really is butt naked.
Right.
And she twerking.
Come on. That's all.
Reduced. Lowest form.
All she doing, sir.
This is what the white man has reduced the black woman to.
Right. Teach.
Twerking.
Teach that.
Talk back to me.
That's correct.
Hip hop music and strip club culture.
Sir.
That's what our woman is into.
Sir. Sir.
Hip hop music and strip club culture.
That's correct. Thank
Your damn music is not considered good music unless strippers can dance to it in the club.
you. Go ahead.
The damn strip club is a test ground for your damn music.
Come on, man.
Thank
Say that.
Thank
It's a fact.
Yes, sir. Just thank.
Sir.
Look how low you are, black woman, compared to how high you used to be.
Come on.
You used to be the woman that all women on the planet look up to as the example.
Go ahead. See.
You, black man, used to be the man that all other men looked up to as the example.
Teach.
Now every civilized people on the earth looks down at the black man, looks down at the black woman.
Come on.
If they just drink a case of beer and their bladder is about to bust, they don't think a black man or a black woman is good enough to pee on. Talk black to me. If they look in the toilet and there's some niggas in the toilet, they walk away
Go ahead.
and go look for someplace else to urinate.
Not good.
You ain't good enough to piss on. Talk black to me.
Teach.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Teach. Go ahead.
Look at us.
That's right.
Why are we like this? Because you have been following the people.
Yes, sir.
As the most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that Jesus speaks of in the Bible when he talks about the sheep and the goats. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said the goats represent a wicked people
Go ahead.
who are wicked by nature.
That's what he said.
Not that they're just practicing wickedness, but by nature they are wicked and evil to the core of their being, to the core of their heart, he said. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
They missed it just like it goes.
The sheep refers to the righteous people
Teach.
who are created with the very nature of God. That's the sheep. And there's a prophesy of Jesus of a day that would come at the end of this world where God would separate the sheep, the righteous, from the goats, the wicked.
Come on.
What for? For the purpose of destroying the goats and saving the sheep.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me.
Teach on
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Look at us. So the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that what Allah desires to do is to separate us from the wicked people that we have been following after. the people who have us smoking, the people who have us drinking, the people who have us drugging, the people who have us pimping, the people who have us hoeing, the people who have us twerking. Talk black to me.
Mm-hmm.
You even got some punk Negroes. Hey,
Go ahead.
they twerking.
Go ahead. Teach. It's fact.
It's a fact.
It's a fact. Sad. Fact.
You a man twerking.
Come on.
Mm.
Come on. Come on.
Wow.
Break it down.
You want to be a woman. You ain't cooking. You ain't sewing. You twerking.
Twerk.
It's bad enough that you a man that want to be a woman,
Right.
but you don't even want to do the good things a woman does.
That's right.
You want to twerk like a woman.
Mm.
Boy, you don't bump your head. All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah.
Why is all praise due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad?
Come on.
Mm.
Because if it had not been for God,
Mercy.
you can call Farad whatever the hell you want to call him as a Sunni Muslim
Right.
or any other Orthodox sect.
Mm.
I don't care what you call Farad Muhammad.
Right.
We call Farad Muhammad Allah, God,
That's right.
in person.
Come on.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
Because if God was not a man named Farad Muhammad,
Go ahead.
and he did not leave Arabia to come to America
Right.
Mm.
to pick one,
Come on.
hand pick one of us
See?
to be his representative to the rest of us,
Go ahead.
we would not know what we know.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me.
Go ahead.
And we would be filled in hell
Come on.
Come on.
with the enemies for following them.
Right.
And that's why we have a prayer that says,
God.
and all praise is due to him
Yes, sir.
for making manifest our enemies, the devils.
Mm.
What you mean making manifest our enemies, the devils?
Come on. See?
We didn't know the white man was our enemy.
Come on.
We didn't know the white man was the devil.
That's right.
We wouldn't know that the white race is our devil enemy by nature if Master Farad Muhammad was not God
Go ahead.
and he had not revealed that to us through Elijah Muhammad.
Come on.
That's right.
So we thank Allah,
Yes,
Master
sir.
Farad Muhammad,
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
for raising up in our midst the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and for giving us a message that has three essentials in it: light, light, and power.
Go ahead.
Mm.
Talk black to me.
Go ahead, man.
Now let's get back to that high civilization. Everybody that was halfway with me when I was making this point, but since I deviated and went on that tangent, you might not be able to get back with me. The white race does not have access
Yes, sir.
to the written history. Listen to me. The written history of the very, very high, the much more superior, advanced black civilization of ancient Arabia. He has to give you some of it, like I said, so that he can say, I just called them and they came. So he gives it to us in the Bible.
Yes, sir.
We also have it given to us in the Quran. But it's given to us in metaphors, allegories,
Parable.
parables.
Yes, sir.
Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
He gives it to you in the Mason lodge.
Mm.
He gives it to you in the shrine.
Yes, sir.
Talk black to me. He gives it to you in his Greek fraternities and sororities.
Go ahead.
He gives it to you.
Yes, sir, that's right. Teach.
Talk back to me.
Mm.
But you don't understand it. Hello?
Go ahead.
Put down something. Yes, sir. Teach.
It is that high advanced black culture of ancient Arabia that gave you Jesus in the first place.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Jesus did not get the Injil, the New Testament. He did not get it from a spirit that flew down to the earth from space.
Right.
Jesus got what he taught from an earthly source.
Come on.
And it wasn't far from where he lived.
Come on.
Jesus was born in Palestine.
Teach.
He got his divine revelation from Arabia.
Teach.
Y'all ain't listening to me.
Teach.
He got it from Mecca.
Come on.
He got it from original black Arab scientists.
Teach.
24 in number,
Come on.
but only 12 of that 24 have the ultimate knowledge and wisdom and understanding, for lack of a better way to put it. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. Teach Elijah.
One of those 12 major scientists
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
is the one who taught Jesus what Jesus taught us.
Go ahead.
Are you listening to me?
Go ahead. Teach, sir. Teach.
The root of civilization.
Yes, sir.
And remember, spirituality is a super important arm of civilization,
Go ahead.
aspect of civilization. You don't have a truly civilized person until the right spiritual civilization is taught that person.
Go ahead. That's right.
The root of civilization is in Arabia at the holy city Mecca, which means
Yes, sir. Where wisdom.
where wisdom and knowledge of,
Yes, sir.
where wisdom and knowledge of,
Come on.
when you say where wisdom and knowledge of, the of means
Come on.
we're gonna not tell you where, but we're gonna tell you who
Come on.
the wisdom and the knowledge come from.
That's right. Teach. Come on.
Wisdom and knowledge come from places.
Mm.
But when have you ever heard a place teach anything? The only reason that wisdom and knowledge comes from places is because there are people in those places with wisdom and knowledge.
That's right. Come on.
Which means where wisdom and knowledge of the original man,
Come on.
not the light man, not the bright man, not the damn near white man, not the white man, but the original man. Who is the original man?
Teach him.
The Asiatic black man, where wisdom and knowledge of the original man first started. Wisdom and knowledge of the black man did not start in Egypt.
Teach that.
Do you Kemet niggas hear me talking? Wisdom and knowledge of the original man did not begin in Thebes. It damn sure didn't begin in Memphis.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me. If it wasn't for black people from Thebes, there never would have been no Memphis.
Go ahead. Teach.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. Teach on it.
Wisdom and knowledge of the original black man did not begin in the damn Sudan, in no kingdom called Kush or Nubia. It didn't begin in an area called Tasseti. That is not where wisdom and knowledge of the original man began.
Come on.
Trillions of years before there ever was a so-called Taseti,
Right.
there was a wisdom and a knowledge of an original black man that got started in Arabia at the holy city Mecca.
Come on now. That's right.
It's a wisdom and a knowledge that produced the mountain ranges of this earth.
Teach a lot.
Mountains don't exist just to be mountains existing.
Go ahead. You know? Teach.
Mountains exist because the earth is a big old ball. Like the Temptation says, it's a ball of confusion.
Come on.
He didn't say, look, they didn't say square of confusion.
Oh, they weren't flat. None.
They didn't sing rectangle of confusion. No, ball of confusion.
Ball of confusion. Go ahead.
Earth, a great big old ball that's out of shape.
Come on.
Like some of you. Talk black to me.
Go wobble to it.
The hell, you out of physical shape and think you in good mental shape.
Go ahead.
How you so far out of physical shape and think you in great spiritual shape?
Go ahead. Teach.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Overweight. Talk black to me. All kinds of other things going on with you.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Another subject for another Sunday.
That's right.
I was about to go there, but nah. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
And hit it for the slaughter too.
Okay? The earth is a big old ball. If you go around it at the widest point, it will take 24,800. I thought I said 28,000, but I didn't. 24,896 miles. That's a long walk.
Go ahead. Come on.
You might start out with that, but by the time you get halfway in there, you be like, you ain't got no data, you ain't got no dats, you ain't got no da. That's all over with. That's a long march.
Come on.
Talk about a trail of tears. Dang. We only marched the Indians from India over here.
Come on.
How about all around the earth? And look, the way they went northeast,
Right.
the further north they went, the less distance
Yes, sir.
they had to travel over.
Come on. Talk that now. Teach.
See, you can walk around the top of the earth quick.
Come on. Teach that.
You can walk around the bottom of the earth quick.
Yeah.
But if you walk around the middle of the earth,
Long
no
time.
that,
Long time.
because that's where it's the baddest.
Yes, sir.
Talk black to me.
Teach.
You got a lot of us that look just like that. We small up here, small down here, wide around here. Talk black to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. We will wobble.
Big old ball. And it's heavy,
Yes, sir.
like some of you. It weighs 6 sextillion tons,
Come on.
which is a unit. What's the unit? 6.
Right. There you go.
But the unit 6 is followed by 21 ciphers.
Go ahead.
That means you write a 6
Yes.
and then put a comma,
Go ahead.
then put 3 zeros, another comma, 3 more zeros, another comma, and do it 5 more times.
7, 6. Go ahead.
6 sextillion pounds,
As you were, sir.
tons.
Yes, sir.
1 ton is heavy.
Yes, sir.
1 ton is 2,000 pounds.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So we're talking 6 sextillion times 2,000 to equal how many pounds it weighs.
Right. Come on. Teach. That's right. That's right.
Where did I get that number from?
God.
God.
You might, I don't know, I don't remember reading this, but it might be true. You might, if you a white man's educated nigga named Bilal Muhammad,
Not that.
you might think we got this from the white man's
Almanac.
World Almanac
Right, right.
in 1928 at the Library of Congress.
And you were, sir. Negative.
Stupid.
Right.
No, we got this measurement from the place exactly where Elijah Muhammad said we got it from.
Come on.
We got it from where this book Bible says we got it from. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. The mouth of the law.
We got it from that man in this book that is spoken of wherein it says he stood and measured the earth.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me. That man is Master Farad Muhammad.
That's right.
That man is the original black man of Asia.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me.
Go ahead.
We got these numbers from the high civilization of the black man of ancient Arabia.
Go ahead.
The scientists of the black man whose wisdom and knowledge makes the white man look like a sweat hog in comparison.
That's what he
Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. That's what he did.
And in that book that you see in the memory that I posted today, African Dominion, you see small examples of the big, the ultimate example of what we teach from the messenger.
Right.
Did you know that in our University of San Corre,
Go ahead.
show you how Allah does?
Come on.
Allah knows that the great black universities of Northern Africa are not considered African. They're considered Arab. Are you listening to me?
Go ahead. Come on. There's no.
A lot of us don't even know how the city of Fez was even established or even why. And because you're so used to me so-called cussing, fussing, calling people names and acting a fool on Sunday, it never occurs to you that I am so well read and so intelligent, so educated,
Go ahead.
you don't even think I know why.
Come on. I'll praise you.
I know all kinds of stuff you would think by the way I behave on Sunday that I don't know. I'm way smarter than you. Way. I don't mean that to be offensive, but I'm just telling you. You have no idea how much more intelligent and educated I am than you.
Go ahead.
You ain't got no idea.
Come on.
Teach.
And I'm not going to tell you every Sunday. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Simple Negroes think all I do is get up in the morning and spend 24 hours a day standing in the mirror practicing how to cuss. Call people nigger. Act all belligerent, uncivilized, and stupid. That's just something I do on Sunday.
Go ahead. Come on. That's right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. A lot of my time is spent reading, researching, learning, expanding my intellectual horizon.
Go ahead. Teach.
A lot of my time is spent with my face in a book.
Teach.
Talk back to me.
Teach.
Not watching Love After Lockup. Not watching Braxton Family Values. Not watching Mama June. What other stupid ish do you watch all the time? I don't spend my time watching football games, basketball games. I don't spend my time watching Shannon Sharp interview other dumb Negroes like himself. I don't spend my time watching them stupid shows, man. I only know about them because I go to work and that's what the Negroes are sitting there watching. I didn't even know these shows existed until the Negroes at my job sitting there watching.
Negro stuff. Come on.
This is what kills my spirit.
Go ahead.
Because I'm constantly forced to spend time around you doing the nigga dumbbell-ish that you do.
Teach.
You depress me.
Come on.
Damn.
Teach. That's right.
You don't do nothing right. You don't watch nothing right. It's 24 hours a goddamn day of nigga stupidity.
Yes, sir. Teach.
Now, I had to be mean for just that couple of seconds. Or you would have said, see, when he teaches like that, that's good. Get out of my face. I'm going to be Eric every damn Sunday.
Teach.
I'll just be a little less some Sundays. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Let me say this as respectfully disrespectful as I can.
Go ahead.
I have absolutely no respect for your culture. None. None whatsoever. I wouldn't piss on it if my bladder was about to bust. I don't respect nothing you like. I don't respect nothing you appreciate. I don't respect nothing you're interested in. You make me sick. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. That which attracts you is that which destroys us. You are not attracted to anything that will lift us up. You are not attracted to life. You are not attracted to light. You are not attracted to power. You are attracted to slavery, suffering, and death. You are attracted to sin, immorality. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
You are attracted to ignorance, sin, and immorality. That's what you're attracted to. Now, you're going to hate the lecture just for this little bitty part where I went in on you. What about all the education I've been giving you all up to this time?
Right. Right.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Teach on feds.
Some so-called, you tuned in on me right then, because I swear I was just getting ready to go back to it. I'm not kidding. Some so-called Arab left an area of North Africa, went to Morocco, married a black African woman
Go ahead now. In Morocco. Teach.
in Morocco,
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
married a black African woman in Morocco.
Yes, sir.
Now, started a caliphate. I'm trying to think of the name of it. See, I'm going senile again. But the particular independent Islamic state, for lack of a better term, it was a dynasty, that first dynasty there in Morocco. What was the name of it? I can't think of it right now. But he starts it out. This woman give him some sons, right? Now, different little political upheavals happen. And one of the dumbbell sons decides, because his particular kingdom was too African, he decides he wants to Arabize it. So he starts importing a bunch of Arabs to give a more Arab flavor to his African kingdom. You understand what I'm saying? And then they, one of those particular sons establishes the city of Fez.
Was it we got the name.
What's the name?
IDRISS.
Idrisid. That's what it is.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, dang.
That the dude's name, pardon me for saying the dude.
Right.
The man's name was Idris. They set up the Idrisid kingdom. A so-called Arab.
That's the caliphate.
I don't know if I can call it that or not. But a so-called Arab set up the Idrisid kingdom.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The Idrisid dynasty.
Right.
But it was
With a
Islam.
black woman.
Right. It was Islamic, what we're saying.
And with other Africans that were the dominant population of it. Are you listening to me? One of his sons decides he wants to Arabize it. And through that and other political things going on, you end up setting up the city of Fez. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
No Africans, no Fez. You want to give Fez as credit, or you want to give credit for Fez to Arabs. Africans established it. What the hell is wrong with you? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
When I get up here and tell you Elijah Muhammad is the man for you, why don't you just shut up and listen and accept what I say? I know what I'm talking about. I don't care nothing about no Negro with no African studies degree. Listen to me, not him. He's a dummy. I'm a genius.
Come on.
Screw him.
Right.
Pardon me for saying that, but screw him. Listen to me.
Come on.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. If that Negro is so smart, how did he miss what I just said?
Right. Come on. Come on.
I was able to find that out. Why wasn't he?
Right.
And if he was able to find that out, why is he lying to you?
Right.
And making you think all that history up there is Arab.
Great question. Come on.
The overwhelming majority of that history is African.
Jeez.
You got a whole lot of Arab influence and mixture in it, but it's African.
Jeez.
You take and make a cup of coffee, and like the messenger said, you pour half the container of cream in it. You pour half the bowl of sugar in it. Right or wrong?
Right.
Is it still coffee?
Go ahead.
Right. Yes.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Watered down.
You damn right it's watered down.
Still got-
It's watered down. It's perverted. You got way too much cream in it, way too much sugar in it, but the cream and the sugar is just or are just in it. The it that the cream and the sugar are in is still coffee.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
It's easy.
The history of North Africa is still African.
Yes, sir.
It's African history. You got a lot of Arab in it. You got a lot of Turk in it. But the it that the Turk is in and the Arab is in is still African history. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Now, some African history is all African. Other African history has Turk in it. It has Arab in it. Talk black to me. You got other African history that has Portuguese in it.
Go ahead.
It has Spanish in it. You got a lot of African African history that has a lot of other ish in it. But it's still African history. It's the history of African. Africans are the ones that are the major force that is producing the history.
Yes, sir.
But they are allowing, sometimes willingly, other times not, they are allowing Spanish, Portuguese, Arab, Turkish, whatever mixture into it. Persian.
Teach.
You got a lot of African history on the east coast of Africa that has a lot of Persian mixed in it. Y'all all right?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
And when I say Persian, I mean Iranian.
That's right.
Persia is the old name of Iran. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. It ain't no accident that Iran is backing Yemenis in Yemen,
Come on.
Houthis in Yemen.
We got a history.
There's a long history of Persian involvement and influence in the history of Southwest Arabia.
I don't want you to know that.
Talk black to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
There was even a time when Persia conquered Egypt, the northern part of it. It's just so much, you know what I mean?
Take your time. Yes, sir.
Our people, brother.
Mm.
But them people is the reason that our people are. Our people, brother.
That's right. So,
Everything that I hate about you is not your fault.
Right. Come on.
Now, if I tell you everything I hate about you is not your fault, you think that what I mean by that is only some of the things that I hate about you are your fault. That's not what I mean. When I say everything I hate about you, I mean there is nothing I hate about you that is your fault.
Right.
All of it is their fault.
teach on it.
It's the white man's fault. Without that white man's influence, I wouldn't feel the way that I feel. It ain't you that I'm angry with. Not really. I take it out on you. But it's not really you that I'm pissed at. I love you. I hate them. And when I look at you and I see them, God damn it, I hate you too. Because I see them in you. I want to look at you and see nothing but you. I don't want to see them. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
What's wrong with you? This Quran says you're the best.
Come on.
What you want me to hate the Quran for? Listen, you Orthodox Muslims, what you call black supremacy, this Quran teaches it.
Right.
That's right. Go ahead. Come on. Made a black money, huh?
Now I'm going to be the Muslim mannequin. This holy book, a book of all truth, ain't no falsehood in this book.
Go ahead.
Plenty of it in the Bible.
Right.
Ain't none of that in this book.
Go ahead.
This book, Quran, is all truth.
Teach. Teach.
This book teaches black supremacy.
Go ahead.
Now, Muslims feel that that's blasphemous for me to say that.
But they say it's shirk.
What's blasphemous about teaching the supremacy of the black man? Why is that blasphemy? When did the supremacy of the black man become blasphemous from an Islamic perspective? When?
When the white man took it over.
You do know that Islam existed before the brown man. and before the white man. There's no such thing as anybody other than the black man, and Islam existed then. Talk black to me. The Quran makes that plain. The Quran teaches us that Allah, I'm trying to figure the exact word, but I can't, so I'm going to use what word comes to my mind. That Allah gave his command to the mountains and the other aspects of creation, and every aspect of creation submitted. That's Islam. That the only part of creation that rebels and rebelled is man. The mountains, the Quran says, have been faithful to the will of Allah. The other aspects of creation have always been faithful to the will of Allah. Talk back to me. The Quran uses creation as an example of submission to the will of Allah, and what submitting to the will of Allah produces a benefit to humanity. So you got one of your favorite chapters, brother, the B.
Go ahead. Yes, sir. Super favorite. No. Yes, sir.
And it talks about how the bee, following the command of Allah, goes and gets to work with all these different flowers. It's by revelation, the Quran says. Not that the bee gets a book and goes, okay, in Surah so-and-so and Ayat so-and-so, this is what I'm about to do. No. But it likens that which drives the bee to do what it does to revelation.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The bee goes and takes from different flowers. And then the Quran says, then it produces a beverage, I think of many hues, in which is what? Healing for men. Are you listening to me? What if the bee rebelled against the will of Allah?
Come on. Teach.
What if the bee started living a whole nother life? What you gonna put in your herbal tea? Talk back to me. It won't be honey. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Honey has many healing benefits.
Go ahead.
Honey is no joke.
Go ahead.
But you only get that honey through submission to the will of Allah on the part of the bee.
It doesn't spoil, brother.
It doesn't spoil.
Come on. Come on.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. Come on. Tell me that's not a lie. Come on.
A beverage that heals and does not go bad.
Go ahead. Come on.
If Abraham had a jar of honey thousands of years ago and we could find it today,
Come on.
we could sweeten our tea with it. It don't go bad. Talk back to me.
Go ahead. Please.
The Holy Quran, I believe, is in that same chapter. It talks about how, through submission to the will of Allah, that Allah produces from betwixt the feces and the blood of the cow a pure drink. Did you hear that, vegans?
Come on.
Milk is a pure drink.
Come on.
But if you listen to these knucklehead vegans,
All right.
milk is filled with pus and mucus and all of this and all of that. Yeah. When the white man get hold to it, yeah, you damn right.
That's my teach.
You got acid and rain now.
Come on.
You gonna tell me rain is not good because it's got acid in it?
Come on. Come Come on.
The rain that has acid in it is not good. But that's only because the white man got acid in it.
Right.
Talk black to me. Rain that is natural rain, that no cracker caused acid to be in, is wonderful.
Yes, sir.
As long as we don't mess with it.
Mm.
White folks mess with everything
Right.
and everybody.
That's right.
As long as man stay the hell out of it,
Mm.
the rain that God made,
That's right.
perfect.
That's right.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
But if you were the type of person, if you was an anti-rain person, you would use the acid in rain to prove that rain isn't good. And you would be talking about finding another source
Right.
to feed grass and other crops. Because rain ain't good.
Right.
It's got pollutants in it. Why does it have pollutants in it? Because idiots like you put it in it.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me.
Go ahead. Teach. Teach.
First vegan was a damn devil in England, if I remember correctly.
Right.
Something Watson. Brother Andre know his name. Donald Watson, I think it is. Some stupid cracker in damn England named Donald Watson. His real name was Duck.
Go ahead. That's right.
Donald Duck. He was a quack.
He's a quack. Come on.
Don't mess with no animal byproducts. Stupid as hell.
Come on.
This Holy Quran that produced the civilization that he was in
Yes, sir.
says milk is a pure drink.
Come on.
Now, who do you want me to listen to?
Right.
You want me to read this Quran and say that the wisdom in it is faulty, but your pseudo-educated behind, you smarter than the Quran.
Come on.
You got more wisdom than the Quran. Quran stupid, talking about milk is pure, but you're wise. Milk is no good to drink.
Go ahead. That's
God telling you in the book, drink milk.
Go ahead.
Here come a vegan.
Come on.
You shouldn't drink milk. It's an animal byproduct.
Right.
We're the only part of creation that drinks something from another animal. The milk from the cow is for the cow, the calf. We ain't supposed to drink it. Holy Quran says from betwixt the feces and the blood, and it's talking about the cow, and camel too, whatever. A pure drink. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. Come on.
Master Farad Muhammad taught the most honorable Elijah Muhammad that milk is one of the 3 best foods for your body.
Teach. Come on. Go ahead. Teach a lot.
Your mother's body produced milk for you. Talk back to me.
That's right.
Isn't your mother a mammal?
Come on, blood, huh? Teach.
Talk black to me.
Teach.
Your mother is just as much a mammal as a cow.
Go ahead.
Genius. And what the hell do we call a woman when we get married? Oh, heifer.
Go ahead.
What's a heifer? A cow.
Teach on it. Teach.
God stupid.
As you were. All right.
He put milk in a coconut,
Go ahead.
right?
That's right.
But he put milk in your mama.
Come on.
Babies don't survive off coconut milk.
Go ahead. Come on.
The milk in a damn coconut does not have I forget what word I should be using, but it doesn't have the parts of the nutrition that are meant for a baby, for its immune system, its various bodily functions. The milk from a mother's breast has those vital things. You can't find it no place but in that mother's breast. There is no other milk source that has the nutritional value that specifically is intended by God for that baby. You can't find it nowhere but in a breast. And guess what? Guess what? The milk that Yusuf drank
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
would not nourish Shahada the way it nourished Yusuf.
Go ahead. Teach. Oh, man, teach. Yes, sir. That's right. That is correct. Yes, sir.
The milk that Yusuf, all praises due to Allah, for the Most High, Holy God, Muhammad.
Teach. Go
The
ahead.
milk that Yusuf drank, brother,
Yes, sir. Go
was specifically for
ahead.
Yusuf.
That's right. Go ahead.
No other baby could have drank it and got as much benefit.
Yes, sir.
They would have got plenty of benefits
Yes,
now.
sir.
Don't get it wrong.
I
But they couldn't have gotten as much benefit as Yusuf
Yes.
got.
Teach on it. That's right.
When Yusuf was in your wife's womb, brother,
Yes, sir.
her breast was producing milk specifically for the baby that was growing inside of her.
Allah. Come on. Come on.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. God's an idiot.
As you were.
So if you say, well, I understand that, but why are you drinking cow's milk later? The cow's milk is specifically for, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Now, I know some of us are still on the breast. I understand.
Right.
And I'm only going to hate on you 99%.
Right.
There's that 1% that understand why you're on the breast.
Come on.
Stop it, Minister Harry. I'm just saying. If we stop being fascinated with breasts, when we became grown men, we wouldn't have no babies.
Come on.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Because those breasts attract us to make some babies.
Come on.
Okay, I'm going to be nice. The reason we drink milk after we become adults or after we grow out of babyhood is because milk is still one of the best foods to nourish our body. We simply have to get it from another source other than our mother. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
As your body matures, your body develops what Minister Kevin told me are certain receptors, or does not develop the receptors that a calf's body develops, that a cow's milk causes to affect the calf. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
The reason cow's milk affects a calf the way that it affects a calf, because this is the logic. Why are you drinking cow's milk when cow's milk is designed to do certain things for a calf? It ain't designed to do nothing for you as a human.
Right. That's the argument.
So by drinking it, you're causing what is supposed to happen to a calf to happen to you. No, you're not. And I didn't know this till Minister Kevin told me. The calf's body has certain receptors that turn the milk into the type of nutrition that a calf needs.
Right.
You don't have those receptors. So when you drink that milk, it does not do to you
Right.
what it does to a calf.
Right.
You don't have the receptors to turn it into what it is in a calf.
Right.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, I don't know how bad I tore that up. You need Minister Kevin to teach that. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. He knows about that stuff. I don't. I don't have no big head. All praise once again is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. When a bird drinks water,
Come on.
then you come with your bird chest because you ain't bench pressed.
Right.
You don't bench press, you got a bird chest. You come with the chest of a bird. The bird come with the wings and the feathers. Both of y'all drink the same water. What in the HE97Ls makes you think that the bird metabolizes the water the same way you metabolize it?
Come on. Right.
Your body is human. The bird's body is animal. The body of the bird receives and processes the water different than the way the body of the human receives and processes the water.
Yes, sir. Teach.
You don't have to stop drinking water because birds drink water. The damn water is not going to do the same thing to you that it does to the bird. You don't have to stop drinking milk because calves drink milk. The damn milk is not going to affect you the way it does the calf. Your body, once it matures enough, is literally designed to receive and process the milk of that cow or whatever other animal you're drinking it from. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir. Teach.
You ain't got no business 50 years old breastfeeding.
Teach.
You need to milk a cow.
Come on. That's right.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Teach.
So the Quran can be trusted way more than the vegan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Don't you listen to no damn vegan over the Holy Quran.
Right.
Vegans are not smarter than God.
Right.
Not at all.
Now going back to the point that I was making. Okay, from betwixt the feces, meaning the doo-doo, and the blood of the cow, Allah produces a pure drink, milk. Okay?
Yes, sir.
The bee. We're talking about the processes of nature that Allah created. The bee goes, nice flower. Yo, that's one over there too. Bzz.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, there's a lot of nice flowers around here. Bzz, 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 bzz. Next thing you know, you got honey.
Right.
Won't go bad. And has many healing properties in it.
100%. Yes, sir.
Man don't make honey.
Mm-mm.
At all.
Bees make honey.
That's right.
Talk black to me.
Teach.
Now, a man might be a beekeeper, but man don't make honey. He may make some fake butter called margarine
Mm-hmm.
and not be able to believe it's not butter.
Right.
I can believe it's not butter.
Come on. Parquet.
Say,
He can't.
right.
I can't.
My tequila.
But he don't make no honey.
Right.
Right.
I don't know nothing about no farm-raised or lab-made honey.
Go
No.
ahead.
I don't know nothing about that.
Go ahead.
Ain't real.
Talk back to me.
Ain't real.
Come on.
Right.
Come on.
All
Now.
right.
Come on.
So now you got the honey, you got the milk, all according to the natural laws that govern creation that nobody can take credit for but God himself.
Mm-hmm.
Talk black to me.
Mm.
Okay. Same chapter, brother.
Yes, sir.
If I remember correctly, same chapter. It's been over a year, I believe, since I went through a whole reading of the Quran. So I'm getting a little rusty.
Yes, sir.
All right, now, it talks about how Allah produces the grape, and the juice of the grape is nourishing to you, but how we come along and produce alcohol from it.
Wine, right.
Wine.
Yeah.
Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Teach. Teach Quran,
It's
sir.
a difference between grape juice
Right,
and wine.
right.
We take the grape, and instead of just benefiting from the grape juice, we're going to make some wine and get intoxicated.
Right. Let it ferment.
Let it ferment.
Yes, sir.
Even in its fermented state, there are some good properties.
Right. Benefits, yeah. Grace and benefits. That's right.
Law made good.
But it's more evil than it is good.
Yes, sir.
Alcohol and games of chance. The Holy Quran said, have some good, but more evil than good, therefore shun it. Right?
That's right. Teach. Come on.
Okay. Tell you what, you mess around and hurt yourself out in the woods somewhere, and all you got is a fifth of white label. You ain't got no peroxide.
Right.
Yeah, it's good.
You better bust that bottle of gin or whatever the hell it is and pour on that soil.
Yeah.
Talk black to me.
Go ahead.
It's good, yeah. Bacteria.
It's got some good qualities, but the bad qualities outweigh the good ones. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
When I was a little boy and I used to get these bad asthma attacks, my lungs full of mucus, I'm hard, wheezing or whatever. My mother would take some of that 100 proof rum,
Knock you right on out. Right?
take some of that 100 proof rum.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Not very little,
Right.
super little, but enough to burn that damn mucus out my chest. Talk black to me.
Yes, sir. Teach.
And I never wanted to drink none of it except then, because it was helping me breathe. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Some of you wine on Negroes, you can't breathe unless you drink something.
Come on
Yeah.
now. Okay,
You don't get your drink soon enough, you start breathing heavy.
Right.
So they need that drink, right? Huh?
You see somebody coming out the package store and they got their drink and you ain't got yours, you start breathing.
Go ahead. Come on.
You need a drink. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Praise and due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So you take the good that the grape was created for and pervert it and use it to produce something bad that it was never meant for. Talk back to me.
Yes, sir.
You have in that same chapter, it talks about how when you are making something out of metal, you're making steel out of iron, right? You smelt the iron. And what you bring into existence is something that's beneficial for man, right?
Right.
But the Quran says it produces a scum
That's right.
from the smelting process. Right or wrong?
Teach, bro.
Then he talks about how running water produces all kinds of benefits for man, but it produces a swelling foam that's not good for you. You don't want to drink the foam of the water. You just want to drink the water. So everything good has a waste element to it that's not as good as the main essence of it. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Once you introduce the white man into anything,
Right, negative.
the main essence of it becomes perverted by the waste elements of it. Because that's how white folk are.
About the nature.
You're gonna take wheat and barley
Right.
and some water and ferment it and do all kinds of crap to it. Now you got some beer. Schaefer is the
One
beer to have when you're having more than one.
Ah,
That's before my time, bro.
I know.
oh man,
Old niggas is like, okay,
I remember that.
that boy older than he look.
Come on.
You damn right I am.
They carry shape no more.
Yeah. You know, I've been
One of the reasons why I'm not Kemetic and I'm not Afrocentric is because I'm old enough to have drank some Schaefer.
Right. Right.
Y'all young niggas don't know nothing about no Schaefer.
Right. Not at all.
The hell you know about a Clydesdale?
Right, good, right.
Talk back to me.
That's real.
Schaefer flavor doesn't fade even when your thirst is done. The most rewarding flavor in this man's world for people who are having fun.
Oh,
Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one.
that's
Right or wrong?
Come on.
Back, brother, man.
Yeah.
Now these prudy Muslims are mad because I'm sitting here singing the Schaefer song.
Come on.
I can't do nothing.
Ah,
Teach us, brother. Teach us.
All praises due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I can't tell you how many of them stupid commercial jingles
still in our head.
that's still in my head
It's real.
from when I was an 8, 9, 10-year-old boy.
That's right.
That's real,
It's
brother.
another state.
Recorded. That's in the
I remember me and Minister Kevin was on the phone and we just started singing different ones of them.
Come on. That's real.
Huh?
Wow.
Because those stupid things,
Yeah.
you put that in the mind of a child and 50 years later, they can still remember it.
Yeah. Look at it.
That's the evil effect of coming up under white people. I can stand here at 62 and remember beer songs from when I was 8, 9, and 10.
50 years ago.
Yeah. Real. Mine.
Stuff that you wasn't even born then.
Yes, sir.
I don't need that crap in my head,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
but it's there
Yes, sir.
because of them.
That's right.
Real. Strict knowledge.
And that's why a slaughter of the nations who have produced that evil
Go ahead, man.
is about to take place. And that's why the most